Yo, what's happening, man? Thanks for tuning in to another episode of Zone Coverage Podcast with your boy Zoe Phillips. And man, look, it's as I like to call it, it's Christmas Eve. Tomorrow is actually Christmas Day to all those recruiting heads, man. We got sign day tomorrow. And look, we just gonna get into a little something tonight, man. We're not gonna be too long. I'm gonna chop it over with my guy. And look, I ain't want to do it by myself. Want to bring in my bro, man. It's Alcorn night, man. We actually been chopping it up for a few years now. And look, G is well versed in this thing, just like I am. Bring in my bro, man, GSBN down there from Loma with the big bad braids, as he called it, man. Bring my boy G on.
What's going on, my guy? What's going on?
What's happening, man?
Chilling. Hey, I'm happy to be on, dog. I've been watching you doing your thing,
man.
bro, so I'm happy to be on.
Look, man, first time I actually brought somebody on, man, on this platform, I was like, look, let me get up my boy. Let me get up with G.
Yeah, let's do it.
And get into it, man. So, look, you know, we both love football. Look, I'm a diehard Jack State alum. You down with them big bad braids. And look, as we all know, man, recruiting is the lifeblood of any football program. And look, the SWAC, and we'll get into some MEAC stuff. But the SWAC, man, has gone through a lot of change, man, from last season. We can talk about last season. You know, Jack State won SWAC and won the HBCU National Championship. But as we segue into 2025, knowing that it's a lot of similar things this upcoming season as last season with regards to, you know, we talk about the downward play of quarterback play last year. I think last year we only had 3 or 4 returning quarterbacks in conference last season, and it looked like it's a repeat of that this season. I think we only got 3 or 4 returning quarterbacks going into 2025. Mm-hmm. So it's going to look a lot similar to last season, even this season. But some teams have been recruiting some good quarterbacks. Graham has brought in T-Set, you know, which a guy, you know, I pretty much like, left-hander from Southern, you know, coming to a new situation.
Ty Keys, too.
And I was going to say, and Ty Keys, too, coming in from East Mississippi College by way of Southern Miss. And, you know, I think, man, the talent has been upgraded in the conference. It's just a matter of, you know, what the coaching, and we got a lot of coaching turnover this year, just to kind of see, you know, what coach is going to do with the talent that they're actually bringing in. But I think from a talent standpoint, I actually think the SWAC has gotten a little better, man. But before we even get into all the players, man, is there any, outside of Alcorn, and same thing for me, outside of Jack State, is there any team in the conference that you're actually paying attention to with regards to sign day tomorrow?
Prairie View. You know, they got their coaching. He talking. I was just watching him a second ago. Tremaine Jackson. He talk with a lot of confidence, and he say he gonna be recruiting in the backyard. He got a lot of pipelines, and so far he been bringing in some kids. So that's what I'm watching on Prairie View. They brought in the quarterback from Garden City, Tyler Nelson, already a big receiver from Memphis. So that's what I'm watching on PV. I'm gonna keep my eye on them with their facilities and that new blood down there. Gonna be interesting to see if he can pull some big time talent in consistently.
Yeah, man, I'm actually tuning into them too. I like the hire. I like the way he's talking. I like his vision, and you know, he's coming in with a winning pedigree, just like Sam Shade. But I'm really interested to see what he's going to do. I like the fact that I know I'm paying attention to what they do. See if they bring in another quarterback, because we know they're going to throw the ball all over the yard. He pretty much said so. He also said that, hey, we're going to live in the portal. He said, look, we're going to live in the portal. We want plenty of guys from the local Houston area that's in the portal to come to Prairie View. So I'm really looking to see what he's going to do. But I'm also looking to see if Zai's going to land on his feet tomorrow somewhere. I'm kind of hoping he would land at Valley. I think it'll be a good look for him if he actually land over the Valley. But outside of, look, you went Prairie View, man. I'm actually going to be tuning into Valley and Alabama A&M. I think Sam Shade, Alabama A&M has some good pieces on defense last season. For whatever reason, they just can get it together. But they have some good individual pieces. I'm interested to see what they're going to do on defense. You know, talk to Scotty, man. Jason Meyer still on the staff as a QB coach. They've always put up good numbers on offense. They led the conference in rushing last year, led the conference in total offensive yards per game. I'm just looking to see what Sam Shade is going to do. And Miles, under him, had good defenses. He brought in a few players from Miles. I'm looking to see what he's going to do on that side of the ball for Alabama A&M. Also looking to see what they'll do on offense. But then also, man, look, for the first time in a long time, I'm interested to see what the hell Valley going to do. Yeah. I love the hire with Terrell Buckley. I'm interested to see who's on his staff, because I'm gonna pull some guys up tonight. Man, they got some damn good commitments out of high school right now. They've gotten 3-star guys out of Florida. They got one kid out of Tallahassee, out of Godby High.
Yeah.
You know, that win against Prairie View will pay us some dividends. They went and got a kid out of Tallahassee. Got another kid somewhere near Orlando. And look, I know that Terrell Buckley ain't recruiting by himself. So I'm looking to see who he's going to announce on the staff. Hopefully we find out something this week. But I'm going to see what Valley's going to do this weekend. Or tomorrow, rather.
Yeah, I'm interested. Like you said, that's why I want Zai to land it. I think that'd be the perfect spot for him to go down there and kind of be a veteran guy, come from a championship program, to go down there and lead it, try to turn that program around.
Yeah. So look, man, so far, look, Jack State been doing the damn thing. I love the quarterback kid. We just got committed coming in from Charlotte. Got the other quarterback coming in out of Florida Atlantic. Man, look, who at Alcorn are you actually excited to pick it up? And also, do you expect any surprises tomorrow for Alcorn?
I'm gonna give you exclusive. I'm gonna give a zone coverage exclusive. I ain't gave on my show. I'm gonna give you exclusive. I'm gonna give you exclusive. I'm gonna give. We picked up a quarterback. He's been on campus a while now. Andre Washington from Charlotte, 6'4", 220 quarterback. He was at South Carolina State, so I'm interested to see what he gonna do. Pretty big kid, kind of slingy, kind of running a little bit. So I'm interested to see him what he gonna do. That's the thing, we got bigger up front and on the defensive line. That was my biggest thing. Just I think it was too small on the D line, and so up front is what I'm most excited about on the defensive line. So I think interior defensive line we did a really good job.
So look, it's funny you say that because I actually did a show with Scotty earlier, and we were actually breaking down what we think every school in the SWAC needs were, right? So to me, and I actually, if I had the graphic, I put it up to you. The only thing on defense that I really mentioned was D line. I only said that because of just replacing Malachi Bailey. You know what I'm saying? Alcorn defense was actually decent last year. They were good. Mm-hmm. Your top 5 within the whole entire conference. The only thing with Alcorn was, again, man, you guys went 5-3, and you only had 7 passing touchdowns all season.
Yeah.
So naturally, I just put quarterback, wide receiver. I think I put O-line for pretty much everybody. I put quarterback and O-line pretty much for every school, but I put quarterback, O-line, wide receiver, and defensive line for Alcorn. Yeah. And for that, you have to sit there and say that. So, yeah, it's good to see Alcorn actually pick up a quarterback. I know you guys had picked up the quarterback from Howard earlier. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. And then, so you actually end up getting 2, which is actually a good damn deal. But I know that Alcorn wants to run the ball. But also, too, which I pointed out to him was, no matter how you guys feel, it still was year 1 in a brand new regime. Even with the OC, year 1 in that regime, see what that's going to look like in year 2.
Yeah, like I told him, for me, this is my proving year this year. I'm going to judge him a little harder this year. You know what I'm saying? This is my proving year. I would give him last year, but this is my proving year. He went out and got him some players on the outside, like you said, a receiver. He went out and got him some guys that played receiver. Last year, we played with a bunch of guys that never played receiver, three freshmen. Then we switched the quarterback to receiver. You know what I'm saying? We playing with receiver. We went out and got some better receivers. So he got it on paper. He just got to go out and prove it now.
And look, because Scotty mentioned it this morning, I had said that I was like, man, because you guys mentioned move Draco over to receiver, and he's actually pretty good at receiver. Mm-hmm. And that's why I said if Alcorn picked up another receiver and another good tight end, he mentioned to me that Alcorn had an all-SWAC tight end last season.
Yeah, Truck Griffin.
Okay, I'm thinking. Okay. So
we played him everywhere. We played him at running back. We played him at receiver. Played him everywhere last year.
So is he back?
No, he ain't back.
Okay. No. So are you guys picked up a tight end?
We got a tight end last year. I'm blanking on his name. That was number 6. My bad. Caleb Anderson.
You doing like me?
Yeah, he actually from the Jackson area. Went to Brandon, I believe. Played at Brandon.
Okay.
A transfer from Akron. So that's gonna probably be our ace at tight end.
Okay, because that's the point that I was actually hitting them with, saying that that's the main thing. I was like, if they get another good wide receiver, because all you need is a solid 3. You know what I'm saying? Knowing that you're going to run the ball the way you're going to run the ball. If you get another wide receiver and get some tight end play, because tight end play works wonders in the SWAC. Get a tight end play, you know what I'm saying, with a brand new quarterback, man. Because all Alcorn need to do is actually just add a little piece on offense. They get the offense rolling. The defense is there. So that was the main thing. Well, look, man, I'm gonna bring up a few players, man. Just actually bring some things in. Hold on, let me actually, before I even get into that, let me pull this this one slide up real quick. I gotta talk about these doggone players of the week, man. Look how them big bad Ravens looking at basketball so far.
They looking a little better. They looking a little better. I knew it kind of be a little rough on us. I think we brought in 11 new players, so I knew it'll be some growing pains with it. But they kind of up and down. But they play real hard. They play real hard. You know, they busted style playing real hard. But they split this weekend with Southern and Grambling, so I'm happy. But I wanted at least a split. So they split this weekend with Southern and Grambling. So you know.
Man, look, we started out hot. We started out really, really red hot, but man, look, these past 2 weeks been rough on Jackson State. Lost a tough one last night against Southern. Man, that one hurt. That one hurt. But
that one went all the way to overtime.
Went to overtime, man, and I don't know, man. We got the pieces, man, but like I said, that one right there.
Yeah, because Deshaun Ruffin, oh my, he probably my favorite player in the SWAC right now. Outside of the big bad Braves, but Deshaun Ruffin, yeah, I love the kid. So I'm just happy to see him back on the court. He dealt with some injuries, so he back and he getting in rhythm. So we'll see how it go.
Yeah, we gotta get together. We don't drop three games now. That loss from Southern hurt, but again, at this point, to be honest, in the SWAC, you want to win that regular season title, but the main thing is you just want to finish in the top 6 because get to the tournament. Anything can happen. So the main thing is we want to make the tournament at this point because everybody's non-conference record is just horrible right now.
Yeah, and then I didn't want a conference and got kicked out in the first round. And that don't feel good. I'd be like, I did all this celebrating, and the next week I'm at home. Oh no, you know what I'm saying? So I'd rather be hot at the end of the year, get hot at the end of the year, start jumping at the end of the year, going into the tournament.
So now it's just like make it there toward the end of the season. But look, I'm gonna bring up this first kid, man. You tell me what you think, man. Bethune-Cookman picked up a commitment today, man, from Jerry Alcindor, man. Big kid. Saw the 2-star recruit. Looked actually pretty good, and Bethune-Cookman actually got 2 more commits today. They're loading up on the O-line. Main thing with them, joke with Sky this morning, I was telling them, like, look, man, they need everything. Need a quarterback. They lost their OC, though, so there's going to be a lot of question marks in regard to what they're going to do and what they're going to run. But be it as it may, no matter what you do, offense or what scheme is, you got to have an O-line on point, and they're picking up some big bodies, man. This kid here looks at 6'4", like 315. Excuse me. And from, as you can see, Belgrade, Florida, which is a hotbed for some players, man. Got him in there, and FAMU actually picked up a big kid today, man. Sam Mitchell, 3-star kid, man. 6'5", 215. Sorry, listed an athlete. Tried to do a little bit more research on him before we got on, but he had some good offers, man. Had an offer from Grambling, had Army, Illinois State, North Alabama, and Florida Atlantic. So he ended up coming in with FAMU, and A&T just got them another quarterback. This kid here was actually committed to Army as well. Nelson Lane. He comes in, man. He's 6'3", 190. Thinking about this kid, though, knowing that he was at Army, pretty much a option type kid. Now, granted, I don't know if you've been keeping up with A&T since they hired Sean Gibbs back. They pretty much got the staff that they had when Broadway was coaching. So one thing we know they want to do is run the ball, but I find it really, really interesting because you remember when they had their winning streak under Broadway. Yeah. I forget the quarterback's name, but man, he had a damn good record. He was like 38-2, but they threw the ball enough with that kid. His name escapes me.
That's the kid that beat us.
He won both Tigers. He was the quarterback when they beat Charlotte, when they beat East Carolina. I forget his name, but they ran the ball a whole lot, but they had to make some passes on third down.
Yeah.
But it's funny because, like I said, this kid here is a straight option kid for the most part, running the ball a whole lot. So I'm interested to see what they're gonna pretty much do on offense. But it's a 3-star kid here too as well, going over to A&T. So, and lastly, man, like I said, Jack State, Jared Lockhart, man, huge kid, man, 6'4" and a half. 195 pounds. Kid was coming off an injury, man. Played in 4 games, 4 or 5 games this year. But his junior season, man, he lit it up, and that's why some teams kind of actually fell off of him. But this kid here is a gamer. looking to see him actually get on campus. Just wish he could have actually enrolled early. But nah, man, I just wanted to get into some of the players around the league. So even outside of Alcorn, man, I can actually roll through it, man. You can actually do a breakdown, even like Scott and I did this morning. You can start with the West. You know, you can just go in order and what you think each team needs from a signing standpoint to actually get better in 2025.
I'm gonna start with Southern. They won the West, man. For me, it's a quarterback. I want to see a veteran quarterback. They brought in the kid that was at Valley. I'm blanking on his name.
Jamar Jones.
They brought in Jamar Jones as I guess the veteran quarterback. You know, they got the young guys still there. They've been beefing up the offensive line, but I've been seeing Southern been going to a lot of high school kids. They hadn't hit the portal too hard, and I don't know if that's gonna be his philosophy or he missing out. But they brought in a really nice defensive tackle though from Kilgore. But I think quarterback for him, offensive line in the secondary. They lost a lot in the secondary, so I want to see them what they're gonna bring in their secondary. So then,
man, for Southern, man, I was gonna say I actually like the quarterback from Marietta. I forget his name. I actually saw him in high school. I just thought they misused. He said, you know, when he was healthy, I thought they misused him. I thought they played him wrong. But to me, I like the kid. You know, I might be a little bit biased. I think the kid is a pretty damn good talent. But I like the kid they got at quarterback and from Marietta. I know he got hurt for the SWAC championship game with the concussion. But I don't get the Jamar Jones pickup. I really don't. When you saw what he did in conference play, he struggled like really, really bad. I don't get the pickup, especially with 1 year eligibility.
Yeah.
Knowing that you got this kid, he was a freshman last season.
Yeah.
I just don't get that pickup. But Southern does have good pieces. I think with them having the record that they did, especially playing in all the close games that they had last season, I was looking to see, not saying that they got to hit at the park with all the recruits, but just a good solid class to transition from year 1 to year 2.
Yeah, I thought I'd see more momentum coming from them too. I just out the portal, some guys out the portal. But it ain't been like I thought it'd be. I'll say that. But like you said, I don't understand Jamar Jones at all. He even because when he left Valley, he went to Albany State. He went to Albany State, went down there and didn't get the job, and so he left there. You know what I'm saying? Then Southern picked him up. So yeah, I understand now.
What you think about Grambling?
They brought in T-Set. I thought it was a really big pickup. Also Ty Keys, so that's gonna be the battle at quarterback. They still got the quarterback from Jacksonville State on the roster. Ashton Fry, he's still on the roster. So that's gonna be the 3-headed monster at quarterback. I thought both of the quarterbacks were pretty good pickups. A lot of people don't know Graham's receiver coach. Well, he's a running back coach now. Chris Peters was his the OC in high school. So that's kind of how he get down to Grambling. And I kind of had a feeling that was going to happen when he hit the port. I kind of was like,
where's Peters from, though?
Yeah, well, he's from Alcorn. You know, he'll a big bad brave. He a Baton Rouge Alcornite too. So me and you got, you know, so when he hit the portal, when he first hit the portal, I'm texting Chris like, hey, I know you got some. Hey, go ahead and tell me. I know you, and he wouldn't say nothing. He wouldn't tell me nothing. And then it pop out. He was going down there. So I kind of figured that was coming. Has Grambling, have they hired the OC yet? Announced the OC yet?
I was told they actually got a guy. They just hadn't made an announcement yet.
Okay.
So, but again, still even knowing who it was, it didn't tell anything. But look, I'm gonna say this: between Ty Keys and T-Set, I think T-Set will win that job.
Me too.
I got a feeling that they'll probably give it to Ty Keys just because of seniority. But I think T-Set is the better talent.
Yeah.
I think if T-Set stays healthy, that kid can play.
Yeah.
That kid can play. I just think, I think he just needs him to be in a good system. I think he'll be good in a regular like RPO system. Man, but we don't have too many left-handers, man, and that kid can get it. I like the pickup, but again, it just comes down to what they're gonna do.
Yeah. And what they're gonna surround him with too. Because it's been real. Grambling hasn't been doing much. Some of their alums been complaining. They ain't been doing too much on recruiting trail. Kind of like Southern. They got a piece here there, but I just expect more out of them, and it's been real. It's been real slow from what I expected out of them. So it's been real slow out of them.
Yeah, tomorrow's gonna tell a lot. I really feel like will probably be the only school that actually give the full allowance of signees, because I really think everybody else, for the most part, are going to hold, 1 to 2 to 3 scholars throughout the summer. But I think we'll probably be the only school that's going to have the full gamut, unless, somebody actually jumps to the portal and frees up an actual spot. Another main thing, too, before we even go forward on the West, is, determining, who in the conference is actually going to opt in on all the scholarships next year.
Yeah.
That's going to be a real huge thing. Nobody's really talking about it, but I don't know if the conference is going to agree to do something as a whole, or if the schools are going to do something individually. But I will say this: if any school actually, opt in, and I think Jack State is actually probably going to do it, it's going to cost a lot, but at the same time, I think it's going to create an advantage for anybody that actually does it. Because think about it, you're talking about actually having 105 scholarships.
Yeah.
As opposed to, and I think it's going to be a little. I think it's a loophole to get extra players in outside of getting their regular 25 scholarships for signing day.
Yeah,
so that's going to be the main thing. Who's going to announce that they're actually going to opt in for the scholarship limit next year?
Yeah.
But Mosey, no, man. Did you want to get in the Pine Bluff, or we could just bypass Pine Bluff?
We can just bypass. I ain't hearing too much on Pine Bluff at all.
We'll bypass Pine Bluff. Look, Prairie View, man. Listen, like we said earlier, I've never been this interested to see what the hell Prairie View got going on for Saturday. But man, this is a very, very intriguing team. Like I said, I really believe next season, 2020, this upcoming season, I think it's going to be a better season than what it was last year.
Yeah,
I really do. I think, total transparency, I think FAMU is going to be decent, will be good. The question mark for me is going to be Alabama State. If bodies, they lost their defensive coordinator, but the one thing I can give Eddie Robinson and also Alabama State prior to Eddie Robinson is that whatever they got going on with identified defensive talent, they've been doing a damn good job of doing
damn good job, bro.
And even before he got there. So the one thing we can surmise is that they're going to have some good defensive talent.
Yeah.
They've been doing it, I know, a good 5-6 years strong. Yeah. And this was before Sewell even got there. Yeah. So we can pretty much assume, that they're going to have at least a formidable top 5 defensive class, or defensive team next season. The main thing is, from what we know today, body is still there. And that gives them a leg up, but they're going to have to recruit some more pieces because, again, the backup quarterback actually walked away from football. Then the other guy got hurt, and they actually ended up playing a wide receiver at quarterback. Mm-hmm. So naturally, that tells you they're going to have to sign at least 2 quarterbacks coming in. And I'm expecting for them to actually go in the portal and get, like Alcorn did, get a proven guy, upperclassman, and then probably bring in another high school guy. But if Body comes back, that at least give them some experience at quarterback. But what is the rest of their offense going to look like, and what does that entail? They lost the DC, so are they going to run the same thing? Some similar scheme, or are they going to do anything different on offense? So that's a huge question mark.
And they actually picked up 2 quarterbacks. Braylon Ragland from Georgia State. They brought in a big kid, 6'2" quarterback from Georgia State. And they just got another commitment from a kid from Jacksonville State. Last name Smoot. But all he did at Georgia State. At Jacksonville State, he had some running packages. He was like their running quarterback. So it's kind of how they used Body last year. So it's gonna be interesting to see how he do that.
Well, I'm gonna say this, and you know what? I guess I should assume that because even prior to Body being there, you go back to Demetrius Davis, same thing.
Yeah.
And man, you can't just lean on defense and run the ball with the quarterback because, as you showed last year, you're one-dimensional, and if you run your quarterback, that you're gonna get hurt again. Yeah. You would think you would have learned from that. Now I can understand wanting to run the ball the majority of the time, and then again complete some passes on third down, keep it about 20 attempts a game. But damn, we can't just sit there and just run the quarterback all game. I mean, you saw last year what the recipe was. So,
but that's exactly what the quarterback from Jacksonville State is. He only came in. He came to play the Jacksonville State to come in on running packages. Might have threw the ball 10 times in his career over there.
So. Yikes! But yeah, man, like I was saying, I think the SWAC, like I said, it'll come down to. I think Bethune-Cookman. Question marks up in the air, but I think Alabama A&M is going to be okay under Sam Shea. I like the hire. And they've been recruiting some good pieces as well. I think those top four, you know what I'm saying, will hover around in the East. And then in the West, like I said, it'll be the same old suspects, you know, Alcorn, Southern. I think Texas Southern, depending on what they do tomorrow. Again, the guys won 5 games last year, and they either could have won 6. It's been a minute since they've done that. And you look at Alcorn, Southern, Texas Southern, and again, Prairie View and Grambling. I think the West is going to be topsy-turvy like it was last season, but I think you'll have more teams apropos to have winning records in the West. I think I can easily see, man, being like a tight little 4-team race or a 3-team race toward the end of the season.
Yeah, and like you said, it gonna all come down to quarterback play, man. Who can? But like you said, man, it just hurts us not returning no quarterback. You know, so that's the biggest key, man. When people look at the successful run we had back when all day, the thing that kept us in, we had every year we knew the quarterback. You know what I'm saying? We had quarterback coming back into the system, and that's what I see the biggest difference now. We bringing in these quarterbacks, and we got to learn them. They supposed to be our leaders. We got to train them up, and it takes a while to get going. So that's the tough part of it.
You're absolutely right, man. Damn, I mean, like I said, you got. I'm saying body if he comes back. That's one. Jacoby and Morgan is 2. I'm trying to think who else in the SWAC, unless Bethune-Cookman. Sprague was his name, unless he's coming back. But I thought he was a senior.
Yeah, I thought he was.
But if he comes back, those are the only quarterbacks that I could think, because I think 16th for Alabama A&M, he's gone, right?
Yeah, he gone. I think that's it, bro.
So even if you got body, you can say, okay, body, Jacoby and Morgan. Let's just say Sprague for Bethune-Cookman if he's coming back. Okay, yeah. Valley got a new quarterback. Prairie View got a new quarterback. Alcorn got a new quarterback. Southern, it's open competition, so I'm assuming another quarterback. Grambling gonna have a new quarterback. Yeah. Pine Bluff gonna have a new quarterback. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. So that's gonna be tough.
It's gonna be real tough in that regard. But again, if somebody steps up and they get decent quarterback play, there you go.
Yeah.
But then even still, we mentioned Grambling, mentioned Alcorn. What about Texas Southern on the recruiting front?
They brought in some offensive line. They brought in an offensive lineman I really like. I'm blanking on his name. That I really, really like on offensive line. I thought that was key for him because I thought they started the year out real physical up front. So I thought that was going to be their MO, to be real physical and be able to run the ball. So I think that's what they want to do. They want to be physical and run the ball. So they brought in an offensive lineman that I saw earlier that I really, really like. So it's gonna be interesting to see what they do. But like for them, I think on the defense side of the ball, man, in the linebacker position, they lost a couple, and then in the secondary, they lost a couple. So it's gonna be interesting to see how they replace the linebacker secondary. I think defensive line, they bring back some pieces, so it's gonna be interesting to see.
Well, that's why I was telling Scotty. You know, he mentioned they run that 3-3-5. So his main thing was like they're gonna have to need somebody good at the nose, the zero tech. Mm-hmm. I was like, man, but their second level wasn't good. You know, when we played them, that was the main thing. Was their second level. But again, we played them in Houston. And like I said, I chopped it up with Chris Dishman after the game. I like what he's doing. Kind of came in, because you got to remember, he came in super, super late last year and actually ended up doing what he was doing. And I told him, I was like, man, if he gets some pieces, he's going to be all right. But again, in Texas, and they should be able to do their thing. The main thing, again, like everybody else, man, quarterback play. They got some pieces at running back. Texas, they actually have some decent receivers.
Yeah. Now the quarterback that started the year for him last year, he ended up getting hurt. What's his name? Jordan. What's his name? Cooper. Yeah, so I'm not sure if he's still there. I hadn't heard about him leaving. So I'm interested to see how he comes back. But I know he started the year for him when they pulled the upset over PV. He started that game. So it's interesting to see what he do at quarterback. Yeah,
they lost Jace Wilson. But so that would be another quarterback coming back if Cooper's coming back. So still, that's just 4 quarterbacks.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean that's pretty much in the West, man. Over in the East, man, you got like I said, you got us. We hit on Bethune. What you think about FAM?
Just like everybody else, quarterback. I know they got the guy Tyler Jefferson from FAMU. I mean from Central Michigan. They brought him in at quarterback. I know they're looking to bring in another one, so don't be surprised if they bring in another one tomorrow at quarterback, because they were trying to get another guy, that South Carolina State guy, Amari Jones. They brought Amari Jones in on a visit at FAMU. He ended up picking South Carolina State owed them. So I know they want to bring in another quarterback because the kid they brought in, Tyler Jefferson, he was like this smoot kid I was talking about Jacksonville State. At Central Michigan, he was like their running quarterback. You know what I'm saying? And from what I know about FAMU and Cozy, they want to spread the ball around. So I don't see them being a run first team like that to be able to utilize their dude skills. So I'll be surprised if they don't bring another quarterback in tomorrow.
So the thing about FAMU that interests me too, even when you mention about the quarterback play, right? And most of these guys are just runners. You know, I listen to what Terrell Buckley said about Valley. You know, when it comes to like talent, you know, everybody want to look for the measurables because they're thinking about NFL players, and it's like we bypass good kids who are undersized but make plays. And I think FAMU kind of fits the mold in regards to that. And not to even try to pick on them, whatever the case may be, but it's just like they got talent. Like they're bringing some guys in. They're gonna hit the portal pretty good. But just like that whole thing in theory, why aren't we going after or targeting guys that we possibly can get and develop? Saying they may not be highly recruited, but we could see something like some good clay. But we would just want to get somebody because they're from the state that we're from, or because I don't get that. FAM, like I said, you look at how much they threw the ball last year. And they have some good running backs. Why even transition to go to a running quarterback who really hasn't shown you anything in regards to throwing the ball?
Yeah,
I don't get that at all. At all.
And they still bringing in like some nice receivers because I'm like they brought in Welcher from Illinois, who I think is a really good receiver. Got some film from Illinois, look good on tape. I think he was a 3-star kid coming out of high school, so I think that was a good pickup for him. You know what I'm saying? But it kind of confused me when you go with a quarterback that has only shown the abilities to be consistent running the ball. So
yeah, that like I said, that's the crazy part to it. But all in all, they picked up some last month. Rather, they picked up some good players. They got committed and they signed in December. So, like I said, it's FAMU. The players in Florida, they're going to be formidable always. They're going to have talent, but it's a matter of getting the right guys in. And like I said, that right there just kind of left a lot to be desired. The main thing I noticed that they need to really, really work on was D-line, especially at D-tackle, because they got gassed all year long up the middle. I think in the second phase, they were actually okay. And they were actually decent, in the defensive backfield. But man, from tackle to tackle, they definitely got to upgrade there.
Yeah, and it's gonna be interesting to see who they bring in at DC. See what kind of philosophy he gonna input and see what kind of players he gonna bring with him. So that's gonna be interesting. The next question for FAMU, who they gonna bring in at DC?
That's a damn good point. I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
So, what you think about Sam Shea and Alabama A&M?
I like the momentum he got. I want to see what he bring in. He brought in some players from Miles, but with the facilities and the that's the hype that Alabama A&M has around him right now. I think he had a chance to come in and make some noise. Like you said, he kept Jason May. He kept our old DC.
Cedric Thornton.
Cedric Thornton. He kept Cedric Thornton. He was doing the recruiting while that they were while they didn't have a head coach. So he is said to have some players he gonna bring in too. So it's gonna be interesting to see. Like I said, on the defense side of the ball is where I think they need the most. They need the most work on their D lines, being physical on the D lines, just having some depth on their D lines. Well, they had a couple good players on the D line, but I think a lot of times it's the depth, having some good depth on the D line. So that's what I want to see, if they can bring some depth, some good size and depth on their D line.
Yeah, I like the pieces that they've gotten so far. Just looking to see who they're gonna bring in at quarterback, and I don't know. I'm just really interested to see what they're gonna do this year. I've been wanting to see who they actually got at OC to see what they are pretty much gonna run on offense for next year. But like I said, Alabama and the cover wasn't bare. Even when Manning was there, they had talent. They got talent on both sides of the ball. So, and to see what they're gonna be there. Yeah. Look, I was hit up the cover real quick, man. Somebody there about the running back. Oh yeah, we did get a commit today from a former USC running back. Pretty good kid, man. But that backfield is loaded. Just add to that. But look, I said something the other day to you. I was like, it was too early. But look, just for shits and giggles, go ahead. You do yours, I do mine. Just go ahead, yo. Way too early. Pictures just for the division. But look, we're gonna say this is the pre-signing day projection because this is going to change later on anyway, because we know the roster's going to change.
For the West, God, dog. I'm gonna go to Braves. I'm gonna go, and I really don't want to because I've been putting that pressure on them to prove it. I've been putting that pressure on them. All in the building. Gee, what you think? I don't like it. You gotta prove it to me. I've been, but I just think I think we did a really good job recruiting, hitting the JUCOs real hard, and that's how we win. That's our formula to win. So
I like the kids you got from New Orleans though.
Yeah.
Damn, the kid name's on defensive kid from New Orleans. Signed early back in December.
We got two corners from New Orleans. We got a linebacker, Nair Graham, who I'm excited about. The linebacker position. So I think we kind of reloaded. We got big on our defensive line. I thought that was one of our biggest things, getting bigger on the defensive line. Man, our biggest defensive tackle, our starting defensive tackle was 265 pounds. Like you ain't gonna be able to win like that. You know what I'm saying? So we got 4 or 5 300-pound guys in that middle. We gonna got some rushing. Got a kid from Mississippi State to come on the outside to kind of be a Malachi Bailey replacement. I don't want to compare him to him nothing like that, but he gonna play that position, that wolf position in that mode, and quarterback position. That's gonna be the question mark. But I think we'll be okay. And after us, I'll go with I'm gonna go PV. I'm gonna go PV because I like what they've been doing so far. Oof. I'm gonna go PV. Then Southern, Graham, Texas Southern, and I'm just throwing it out there. Then on the East, I gotta go Jackson. I'm gonna go State, FAM, A&M Bethune. Missing somebody, and then Valley.
So in the West, man, I'm actually gonna go Southern, Alcorn. Well, right now I got a tie, and I'm gonna tell you this how I do it. I got Southern right now, Alcorn and Prairie View in a tie, and I'm gonna say tie meaning whoever win that game will get second. 4th place, Graham. Texas Southern, then Graham. Texas Southern, Graham, then UAPB. In the East, I got us, FAM, Alabama A&M, Alabama State, Valley, Bethune-Cookman.
Okay. You got a couple hot takes. You got A&M over State. Okay.
Man, look, I right now I like what Sam Shade is doing. I would have Alabama State over. But again, losing that defensive coordinator, they lost quite a few pieces on defense too. Yeah. They've been having good defensive player, but just to see right now, like what that's going to look like when the season gets here. And again, body's coming back off injury. Now, mind you, he played that one game, got hurt in the season opener, but still was hurt the whole year prior to that. Yeah. So again, what's that's going to look like when he come back? Because that's a lot of damn rest. Mm-hmm. Then too, are they going to be running the same offense? You know what I'm saying? What exactly are they going to be doing? But I like what Sam Shade is doing at Alabama A&M. And again, they had pieces. It's not like it's a bare cupboard. Yeah. And FAM is FAM. I think it's just gonna come down to Jack State FAM. And then again, that's a tough game. In Tally Ho. But so I don't really think right now to sit there and say, yeah, I foresee it's gonna be Jack State Southern in the SWAC championship game. I'm just saying it for right now because even though I'm saying Southern won, again, I don't have a clue who's going to be a quarterback. I'm saying this with the assumption that old boy from Marietta, Georgia, who was starting in the end of the season, Woods is going to be starting. But again, what is that going to look like? What is that going to entail? I could easily have Alcorn there if Alcorn gets good quarterback play because again, Alcorn out of everybody else has the best defense on that side of the division. So that's what it comes down to.
And I want to this last after the spring session. Who can retain some players? Because right now, Southern still keeping their best player. He ain't left yet. I think he may be the best returning, one of the best returning defense. It's probably the best returning defense player in the SWAC. Kelby Givens. And I honestly thought he may be hitting the portal, but he ain't hit it yet. And
wait a minute, I thought he was out of eligibility.
He got another year.
Oh man, hold on, man. Let me tell you something. I got all the respect in the world for that dude. Let me tell you, and that's SWAC championship game. The dude was like playing like with nothing. Like he was hurt, banged up. I mean, could barely walk after a play. And
he beat us by himself.
Man, he left it all in the field, man. So if he's coming back, man, that dude had crazy numbers last year. I thought it was gone.
Yeah.
But yeah, if he ain't hit the portal, then hell yeah, that's a damn good gift for Southern. They can maintain it.
Yeah.
Well, I tell you what, since you mentioned it, let me ask you about this. I'm not sure if you caught wind of it, but Sky and I talked about it this morning with Ole Miss last year forego to have their spring game, right? With the new landscape because of tampering is everywhere. Nebraska this year came out and announced that they're not going to have a spring game because they don't want to have anybody looking or seeing if anybody performs good to want to tamper and reach out and offer them deals. So we talked about it this morning under the guise of, now granted, we know HBCUs ain't really scouting other schools and like offering money. But the thing is, like I've been telling people, there's talent in the SWAC, and a lot of FBS schools want some of that talent. We've seen that because at the end of the season, a lot of our guys who perform really well, they're getting damn good offers. Malachi Bailey is committed to Arizona. Gibson went to Oklahoma, I think.
Oklahoma.
Gibson, Oklahoma. Like a lot of our players are actually going to places. Andrew Jones balled out of Grambling. He's at Ole Miss right now. So he asked me, and I was like, well, think about it. I'm not saying that it's going to happen and everybody's going to do it, but I could see where if one school decided not to have a spring game, just under the guise of if somebody actually plays good, because coaches talk. It's not a matter of our games being on TV where they can see it in net guard, but coaches talk, and there's a relationship, there's a fraternity. Coaches may say, look, I don't want one of my best players to shine because after their spring game, there's tampering, and they may want to come poach one of our best players. And it's different if we lose. It'll affect us more in the FCS and HBCU realm if one of our best players leave after the spring game. We'll feel the effects of it more so than they would. What's your take on that?
Yeah, I agree. That's what I think. We had to happen to us last year. Like I was just talking about our defensive line kind of small. Our ace, our best defensive tackle, he gets poached after the spring game. And so now we left scrambling because now we don't have. I'd rather you leave in December. Go ahead, leave in December. We got time to replace you. But now we got a few months to try to replace them last minute. And that's tough. You know what I'm saying? So I will 100% understand it. Because they watching. There are certain I know this for a fact. Certain staffs have coaches that are assigned just to the SWAC. I know a former coach that used to be on our staff. He's coaching the FBS program now, and his recruiting. Everybody know how recruiting coaches have areas. His area is the SWAC. You recruit the SWAC. Like that's his area to recruit the SWAC. You know what I'm saying? And he told me this. He like, G, I'm recruiting the SWAC. You know what I'm saying? So I can understand it.
So the thing I was bringing up when I mentioned it, because I know some people I saw somebody in the comments say, oh, Nebraska don't have the money to retain players. I'm not necessarily worried about Nebraska per se, about them retaining their players. I'm just saying where, again, we have talent in this conference. The main difference between the SWAC and the main powers in the FCS or even FBS is the quality of the talent within the trenches. When it comes to skill guys, we have that in quarterback play. And even Prime said it. But, man, look, receivers, running backs, tight ends, linebackers, safeties, corners, we have it. We have it in spades. Again, Giovanni Gibson played on a horrible UABB team. Horrible. Look at the numbers he put up. Put up damn good numbers, and look at the offense he put up. And so I mentioned to Scotty this morning, he was talking about, well, if guys put up, well, a coach may say, well, I don't want to put an offer out there unless I see you in your spring game. And I was like, look, let me bring a name up to you. Dalen Baldwin at Jackson State. And that spring season, he had a decent spring season. He didn't have no outstanding numbers, but he showed some flashes here and there. Left Jackson State, went straight to Michigan. And got significant playing time to segue that to now he's been in NFL now for the past 4 years and been playing damn good ball with the Cleveland Browns. So what I'm saying is there is talent in the SWAC, and they trust me, these coaches know it. The thing is now I don't foresee every school in the SWAC saying, hey, we're not going to have a spring game. I'm not saying that that's what's going to happen. But if you have a coach at a Power 4 school talking about it right now, and other schools who are actually this season not going to have a spring game, trust me when I tell you, at some point, there's going to be some trickle-down effect. And I'm just like this. If I'm TC Taylor, if I know I'm recruiting at a high level and I want to try to retain my best players, because the way I see it, G, is even if we get some amazing talent, you got to have the mindset that you're going to get them on a 1 year rental anyway.
Yep.
Because they're going to transfer every year, and they can transfer every year. I want to at least guarantee my year. I don't want to have a player come in here, ball out in the spring, and then they gone. That's all that I'm saying.
Yeah. Yeah, but I agree. And I can foresee it happening. I can foresee it happening, man. I know some not gonna like it because of the tradition of the spring game. You know what I'm saying? The tradition, and so for the ones that charge for it, might say the money they losing. But I can see us having the 14 practices and then just calling it. Just calling it and not having the game at the end of it. I can see it happening.
I think that's gonna probably I can see it happening.
Yeah,
I really can. Not this year. But I would be surprised if a school in the SWAC or on the FCS level start doing it. Because if it's tampering bad on the FBS level, just imagine what it's going to be on the FCS level.
And it's not like it's very, very lucrative for us to be losing anything anyway. You see what I'm saying? It'd be different if we made a lot of money off of. I mean, for the ones that do charge, we make a little something, but it ain't much to not consider. It ain't much to not consider doing away with if you're gonna be losing your players.
Man, look, tell me about it. Look, I wanted to ask you this too, so I got you on here. As you know, man, Jack State is playing Grambling in Las Vegas this year. Conference home game. Jack State actually moving out west. Question to you is, man, would you be against moving a home game out to LA?
For me, it depends. It'll have to make sense. It'll have to make sense financially, but I'll do it. Me personally, I'm all about doing it, trying it. I will do it because I think it depends on the fan base, and I feel like, man, we moved the Alabama State game last year in Mobile, and we had some fans complaining, right? But I'm saying, well, it wasn't gonna be with 7,000 people there anyway. You know what I'm saying? So why not go and get paid a little extra? Because we in the red after home games most times. Why not go and get paid to play this game? So I would do it. It have to make sense, but I think I'll do it. I think I'll do it depending on the game. And now I wouldn't move a Jackson State or a Southern, but I'd take a Grambling out there. You know what I'm saying? I personally would.
So here's the thing. I since I got this platform, I can kind of get out there to everybody. I'm gonna use the game in Mobile for an example. All right. I know quite a few fans don't like Jack State playing that game in Mobile. They had a bad experience. They like the stadium. But here's the thing. If you notice, we played a particular school there every year. It's Alabama A&M, right? And so I don't know if more people know it, but in conference play, you only make money from home games. I don't think everybody knows that. So in conference play, every road game you play is just an expense. I think more people need to know that. That's why you have money games. You have non-conference money games. That's a money game to pay, get you on the road. You take that money, you come back home. But once conference play starts, you only make money on home games. Every road game you have is an expense. So when Jack State play Alabama A&M in Mobile, you look at what we average for like the previous 5 years when we play in Jackson. We're pretty much hovering around about 15,000 for that game. So when we can play in Mobile on the road, here's the thing. Naturally, that's the game that we spend money on to travel to Huntsville. Well, it makes financial sense to play Alabama A&M in Mobile because, hey, instead of having a loss, you make a profit, right? And so when we actually go, we'll actually, like, for example, right now, we added Tuskegee this year. We're playing Tuskegee in Jackson. Next year, we play Tuskegee in Mobile. I'll tell them. So we signed a 2-for-1. Playing Tuskegee 2 years in Jackson, 1 year in Mobile. All right. So next year, when we go to Mobile to play Alabama, and it'll be our last time playing in Mobile. But we play them on the road because it makes financial sense. You don't have any expenses, kind of like what Grambling is doing playing us in Vegas. It's Jack State home game, so we're going to get the lion's share of the gate. But Grambling is going to make a little money, but no expenses to play the game in Vegas. It's a win-win for both institutions.
Yeah.
Same thing we play in Mobile. We play in Mobile, we don't have any expenses. So you're not in the red. But here's the thing. When we're supposed to play them at home, we're only averaging about 15,000 for that game. Yeah. So it makes sense for that one game to be played and set up the way that it was. So I just want to make sure I explain to some people because they see, oh, why are we playing here? I don't like this here. But again, That's why it's on the fans. If we're coming out and we'll get 30,000 every home game,
Yeah,
he's
you gotta worry
going
about
to
it.
be made.
Yeah. And our president literally, because that was the question I asked. A lot of our fans were up in arms about it. He told me that he gave me the exact response. We ain't get no money going on the road, but we go play in this class, we get a little money, you know what I'm saying? And we're leaving the green. You know what I'm saying? He was like, sometimes we had this game here, we gonna be in the red after we pay the parking staff and pay everybody to the game be operations, we come out in the red at a home game. You know what I'm saying? For us, I know it ain't like that for everybody, but for us, it's some home games. We come out in the red if it ain't a certain amount of people in there. And it ain't many other than the Jackson Southern homecoming. You know what I'm saying? So we gonna come out in the red. So we got a chance to come out in the green once or twice. We can go take it.
And look, this is what I would tell any institution in the SWAC outside of Prairie View, Valley, Pine Bluff, Bethune-Cookman, Valley, Pine Bluff, Prairie View, Bethune-Cookman, and I'll say maybe Alabama A&M. Those schools, if they could hit 10,000 every home game, they're in the black.
Yeah.
Right? Everybody else, you will be amazed if you hit 20,000 fans. And that's not an unforeseeable number. If all the rest of those schools in the SWAC can hit 20,000 on average, now guess what you do? Not only is the football program in the black, not only are you raising funds for the athletic department, but then now you don't have to schedule and be on the road in basketball for the whole month of December.
Yeah.
Now you can have some home games in December. So again, it's on the onus of the fans. If you can actually show up to these games, and that's why it's imperative to get season tickets. That's my cue. Get your damn tickets. And look, everybody's season tickets going to start to pretty much go on sale, probably start next month, if not the end of this month. Man, get your season tickets. Get them early. Yeah. Because again, Jackson State, there's no excuse for Jackson State not to have 10,000 season tickets on sold every year. I mean, just think about that number. We're averaging right at 30, and you're not selling 10,000 season tickets. So that means you got like 28,000 people walking up every Saturday to get tickets. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And it's not that, my thing is not that expensive to give your university what, $130 a year. And then, you know what I'm saying? It ain't really that expensive. So yeah, I'm big on that. Get the season ticket.
So yeah, man. But again, like I said, if everybody else can hit that 20,000 average, man, you would do wonders for your program. And it's on fans. It's on us. We could do it. And so I hope everybody. It's gonna be a good home slate. Well, outside of y'all, I saw your schedule. I know you don't like it, but
and I give you another exclusive. So now, you know, I didn't went on there ranting and raving. They changing the schedule. They moving some stuff around.
No.
Our first game gonna be on a Thursday instead of Saturday now. We're gonna be playing on a Thursday instead of Saturday right now. And it's another change coming up on the schedule. We're gonna be moving something else around. I ain't at liberty to tell.
You're not changing the opponent though, are you?
No, it's still gonna be Northwestern. Northwest State instead of Saturday, it'll be a Thursday night game now.
They're gonna move it on TV then.
Huh?
They're gonna probably move it on TV.
Yeah, that's probably what it is. And then our bye week gonna be moved in this. And so it's gonna be some changes made. So all the graphics and the gotta be now, because I was excited. We put the schedule out early. Now we got to make change. I'm like, God, dog. I was fussing about it being out early, but I ain't want you to put it out early and it's wrong. So you know.
But look, that Northwest State game, that's at home, right?
No, it's at Northwestern.
Woo.
It's at Northwestern.
Deep in the woods too.
Yeah, deep in the woods. Nothing out there.
Wait a minute. Y'all beat them the last time you played them.
Yeah, we beat them last 2 times.
At home.
Yep, at home. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, we need that one, man.
I don't think they won a game last year, so we got to go in there. We got to go in there and take care of business. They're gonna have a lot of new players and stuff, so I go in there and take care of business, man.
Still got the same coach when they played y'all?
No, it's a different coach. Nope.
Okay.
Their coach resigned after they had that little incident up there, so with the player losing his life. So.
Yeah. Dang. But yeah, man. So look, we're gonna hold you 2 months longer. Look, are you expecting any surprises tomorrow?
I am. And one of my, like I was saying about the FAMU quarterback, I'm expecting FAMU to bring in another quarterback tomorrow. I had a couple of FAMU hit me up like, I'm expecting Cozy to bring bringing a quarterback. Some pressure being put on down there. So I'm expecting them to bring in a quarterback, FAMU to bring in a quarterback tomorrow. That's going to be my surprise thing to look out for. Will FAMU bring in a quarterback tomorrow? That's going to be my thing to look out for. That's going to be my thing to look out for tomorrow.
I think Jack State might pull a stunner tomorrow. I think we might have a little ace up our sleeve. We typically do with at least one big player, but outside of Jack State, man, I'm really interested to see what Prairie View gonna do. I think Prairie View gonna make some major moves tomorrow, and I'm telling y'all, I mean this seriously. I'm not saying this for shock and awe. I'm not trying to, just throw some shit out there. I'm really excited about Valley with Tabera Buckley, man. I really, really think, I'm not saying Valley finna go out here and win no 5 games and no shit like that, but I think, man, I'm waiting to see what the staff is going to look like. Cause I got a funny feeling he's going to have a notable name on his staff. Yeah. But again, looking at what they've been targeting, I urge you, go look at who he's been offering. We haven't ever seen what we've been seeing on social media from Valley. They putting out content.
Great content.
They putting out content on social media, and he's giving out some damn good offers. They weren't even doing this on the Dancy. Yeah. First one I tell you. So I'm real shocked to see what Valley gonna do tomorrow. Like I said, you got a couple 3-star kids out of high school committed, all from Florida. I'm just waiting to see what he's gonna do. If you get some good JUCO kids, if they get any type of notable quarterback play, I'm like, damn, that. So I'm eager to see what they're gonna do tomorrow.
Yeah. I think quarterback on the quarterbacks that's gonna sign tomorrow all around the conference is gonna be another thing. I think everybody looking for the quarterbacks gonna sign around the conference. I know we got a big 3-star kid that we got on the hook that we trying to pull in tomorrow. I normally know, but I really don't know yet. So we'll see tomorrow. We'll see. We gonna see.
Yeah, man. Well, look, man. Look, thanks for coming on, man. I'm gonna catch you up next time. Look, tell everybody where you can be reached there, bro.
Hey, Swacking the Food on all platforms, anywhere. Swacking the Food on Facebook, Instagram, all that good stuff. Swacking the Food podcast on Twitter, and GA on everything else, Twitter and all that too, y'all. Yeah, if you run a Swack, you'll see me. Holler at me.
Hey man, look, y'all go holler at my boy, man. Swacking the Food, GSPN, Golden Hill Review.
Yeah, Golden Hill.
Y'all go holler at my boy, man.
Appreciate it, dog.
All right, man. Later. Yeah, man, it's my boy. I want to thank my boy G for coming in. Look, I'm gonna get some of these comments right quick. Since all y'all been in here, man. Thank y'all for tuning in. Look, somebody asked me about Zai. Man, I hadn't seen anything about Zai or seeing where he's actually going. I'm hoping he actually goes to Valley. I was actually thinking he would get an offer from Southern. But I don't know, man. We'll find out tomorrow or later on. So but I hope he gets an opportunity, man. Zai's a damn good talent. It would be fun if I tell you what, if Zai end up at Valley, I'd be like, damn, Valley serious. And look, I'm gonna drop this link too, man. If any one of y'all want to come up, man, post this link, man. Y'all can actually get in here. Post this for y'all right quick, man. This is our first show. I'm returning. Yeah, we haven't lost anybody. This dude here. Yeah, it will be a surprise too. That's who we got. Jackson got 11 games. Wish we could have got a 12th one in. We got 11 games this year. Let's see what else we got here. JSU needs to market their home base better to get more fans in the game. Yeah, we can market better, but I mean, at the same token too, man, JSU fans know what football season is. Yeah, we can market, but our fans could do better by just coming and being inquisitive too. Our fan base is very football knowledgeable, man. They're well in tune with Jack State sports. And yeah, we can market better. We can do some things, but it's a mutual beneficial thing. I think our fans could just come out anyway. You don't have to be catered to just to get you some buzz going, just for you to be enticed to buy season tickets. But we gotta do better on season ticket front. I mean, there's no excuse. Jack State should be averaging every year 10,000 season tickets every season. Let's see what we got here. This dude. Jackson State lost to Southern. We lost the basketball game. We talked about it. We think about Norfolk recruiting class, or you going to do a show about it later on down the road. Norfolk class is actually decent. They're actually decent. I like what Delaware State was doing too. But we got to see tomorrow, man. It's gonna come down to what actually gets done with pen and paper tomorrow. That's gonna be the telltale sign. And again, even if they don't get 25 pieces in tomorrow, don't worry about that, because as we know, man, some more guys probably hit the portal. They'll free up some scholars and they'll bring some guys in over the summer. But tomorrow's going to be a very telltale sign to what everybody's going to do, or what it's going to look like, at least going in for the summer. So, like I said, I'm really interested to see what Alabama A&M's going to do, what Jack State, what Jack State going to do, but still got a surprise or two. Or, hey, something may not come through, right? And then you look at Prairie View. I'm really interested to see what Prairie View is going to do. And I'm telling y'all, I got my eyes on Valley. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I really got my eyes on Valley. I love the hire of Terrell Buckley over there. And just want to see what they're going to do, man. Because, man, wouldn't it be dope to see Valley being competitive? And the conference as a whole get stronger in a non-conference slate. Now, that would be a beautiful thing. This dude here, when you lose a BO, you wear an SU shirt. Cook, I tell you what, if Jackson State lose to Southern, I will wear an SU shirt. But make sure you find me so you can put your JSU shirt on. That's the bit. If I'm willing to put a SU shirt on, or you could be willing to put a JSU shirt on, you and your mama said she a JSU grad, you gonna be willing to do that. If you wouldn't do that, then you got a bet. What's up with Josh saying JSU wouldn't answer the call to play North Carolina Central for the 12th game? I know nothing about that. Oh, that wasn't Jackson State. That was Grambling. That was Grambling. Won't get no argument out of me for that one. Yes. Yes, I will. And you know what? I'm gonna do something now. I'm actually going to go on tomorrow afternoon with Scotty, and we got an announcement tomorrow too. And got some things brewing. But yeah, we're gonna do a joint show. We got an announcement to make tomorrow. Got a pretty big announcement tomorrow, and we got some things brewing tomorrow, going forward during the course of the football season. It's gonna be a lot of change with HBCU media. I can just go ahead and tell you guys in the next coming months. A lot of different things. A new player in the HBCU landscape. But yeah, Scotty and I will be on live tomorrow, probably about noon, if I recollect. And but yeah, we'll go on tomorrow evening. Tomorrow night, I'll go live tomorrow night. Recap signing day. I actually had planned on going live all day yesterday, believe it or not, to really touch down on all the signing days. But some things have changed, some things have materialized, and that won't happen. But we'll definitely go live tomorrow night with a thorough breakdown of signing day within the SWAC and the MEAC. And we're going to actually chronicle all classes, all players tomorrow. And that hadn't been done in the HBCU landscape before, but I'll do that tomorrow evening. It'll be thorough too. So we're going to have a day tomorrow dedicated to football. Let's see what we got here, because Crook be talking crazy. Now, yeah, I remember he said bit. This is recorded, by the way. Are you in replacement different? I'll reach out to some. I can't say if I will or if I won't, and only because of I guess when we make our announcement, you'll kind of get to understand why. But I'll reach out to some, and I tell you what, if we don't get anything done, materialize tomorrow, we're interviewing some players tomorrow. We'll definitely probably reach out and do some next week. But I'm definitely gonna be active tomorrow. I think I got a show coming for the fall. Kind of, sort of, maybe. Let's see. You think John C. Smith could bounce back? Uh, unsure. They can. Do I think they will? Probably not. Johnson C. Smith had a damn good uncharacteristic run last year. But will they maintain that? They haven't done it. And so it's going to be intriguing to see if they can, you know, in the CIAA. Again, man, you got the usual suspects, right? Virginia State, Virginia Union, Bowie State. So we'll see. We spoken about Kenny Crispin. No, I haven't. Hold on 1 second, man. Let me 1 second. I had something with that. Give me 1 second here. I did mention them, man. I actually want to mention this one. I had Scotty. Give me 1 second, you guys. Give me 1 second. I just saw something. There it go right there. And there we go. Right here, you guys. My bad. I've been tripping. So bring this up right here, man. So again, man, Jordan Anderson from Valley got a commitment. I'm telling you guys, man, Valley it's been recruiting. They've been doing the thing. 1 second. 1 second here. This kid here, man, 6'2", 185, was a starter at Western Illinois. At 45 tackles last year, 1 interception, 3 pass breakups. It's a big corner, man. Corner/safety. I'm telling you, Valley is recruiting. I mean, that's one right there. Then look, you got another one right here. RJ Perriman. I mean, I'm telling you. Excuse me. This kid here, man, out of Godby High School, straight out of Tallahassee. You know, a little undersized, but kid got good film. Kid got real good film. The tape don't lie. Oh, excuse me. This kid is nice on defense, and let me just tell you, Terrell Buckley. I expect if you watch him his whole entire coaching career, man, he's coached some damn good DBs his entire coaching career in college. I don't expect anything different at Valley. He's got some damn good relationships here in the state of Mississippi. He's recruited Mississippi real tough at Ole Miss, Mississippi State, Louisville, and at Florida State. I don't know if you guys remember Jamian Jones, who was a dog at Mississippi State and left and went to Florida State and had a damn good career. It's Terrell Buckley. And he got some relationships in Florida, being that like I said, he's one of the best DBs out of Florida State, outside of Prime. And statistically, he had a better career at Florida State than Prime, right? But Prime is Prime. We make that argument. But I'm telling you guys, I'm really interested to see what they're going to do tomorrow. This kid here is a DB. He's nice. I'm telling you. And anybody here from the state of Florida can tell you about this kid. Like I said, just a little undersized. And then also get to bring this up for you guys too, man. This Keenan Christian, man. Remember this kid at USC. Actually transferred out End up going over to San Diego State, and he's a burner. Good size, man. 5'10", 205, speed for days. Um, Actually did quite a bit of good work at USC. Played a little bit at San Diego State. Uh, Adding another weapon to an already loaded backfield. Jack State is doing the damn thing recruiting, and another key in the cog, and he got 1 year eligibility. Head over to Jackson State, so he's going to get on the field, and you talking about adding some more speed to possibly to the return game. Like I said, in that backfield, I foresee Jack State doing some things differently on offense this upcoming season. It won't be the same exact thing that we saw last year. I fully don't expect it to. So it's going to be really interesting to see after signing day going into the summer who actually gets in the portal from Jackson State, who actually is going to be retained, and who's actually going to be brought in. That's what makes tomorrow so intriguing, because it's not the final. It's not the end point, but it's a good barometer to know the direction, or at least what the baseline of what your new roster will look like in 2025. Because those guys are signing tomorrow, they'll be there, right? Unless you just happen to have an occasional mishap and somebody just don't make it on campus. But for all intents and purposes, everything that gets signed tomorrow is going to be on campus. And like I said, you may have a school or two that may pull or withhold, or hold, a scholar or two just for somebody coming through the summer. And then you're going to see some guys actually jump into the portal after the spring game. And then it's going to only open up some more spots. But you already know that those spots is opening up are for portal guys. So again, what's signing tomorrow is going to be there. And so it's going to be so intriguing to see, man, who puts pen to paper tomorrow. And I cannot wait for it. Tomorrow's Christmas. For any football head, tomorrow is Christmas. I'm excited tomorrow as could be. Let's see what else we got here. No, Edwin, those aren't Valley graphics. That's their own graphics that they got somebody to do for them. That's not from Valley's media team or anything. Those are just what they call them edits. The players got those edits done on their own. But Valley's going hard on defense. I'm telling you, I like what they're doing. Now, again, I'm not sitting there saying Valley's going to win 5 or 6 games, but I'm sorry if look to know that they're actually going in the right direction of actually getting some legitimate talent. Hey, I'm here for it. I want to see JSU pass the game, free up the run game. A lot of weapons. Hopefully, they'll put it together. I do too. Knowing TC, I know he wants really, really good balance. I would love to see real balance in the sense of having an offense that could put up 250 passing yards a game, or 225 passing yards a game, and running the ball for about 200 yards a game. Look, if you could throw for 225 every game and run for 200, it's 425 yards a game every game. And I don't know if people understand, but man, throwing for 225 every game over 11 games, they still get you around 3,000 yards passing. And we didn't even throw for that last year. So imagine how much dangerous that makes you. And, people use that term game manager all the time. And look, if you throw for 225 in 11 games, man, it's 2,475 yards. That's way more than what Jacoby threw for last year. Right now, I think so. I think Weber's still there. If I remember correctly, he has a year left of eligibility and had jumped in the portal. So I believe yes. If today I would say yes, Webb is still there on the roster. Said Valley being good makes the SWAC look better. Look, I honestly think everybody being good makes the SWAC look better. I can't wait to get to the day where everybody in the league is competitive, but we're actually really competitive outside of conference. It would really look good when we talk about real parity and we're winning outside of conference. And you're talking about, 5 of the teams in the West and 5 of the teams in the East all have winning records. That's when it's like, whoa, that's what I wanted to get to. I think he's declaring for the draft. Maybe. We'll see. Yeah, okay. Well, we'll see. But Yeah, man. Lou, go ahead and wrap this up, you guys. Look, I want to thank y'all for tuning in. Like I said, tomorrow, Sky and I'll go live tomorrow. Got some news we're gonna announce, and like I said, tune in tomorrow night. I will be going live again tomorrow night. Um, really, we have a thorough breakdown of signing day, and I may drop some videos throughout the day. Just for any type of big deal, but we will be going live tomorrow night. Gonna have a thorough breakdown of all the signing classes. Of course, I'm gonna go more in depth with Jackson State because that's what we're here for. But outside of that, man, we're gonna touch on every SWAC school and every MEAC school as well with regards to signing day. Boy, I see that SU Blue getting close to us. Oh man, look, speaking of SU Blue, man, listen, I'm just gonna say y'all this because I'm not gonna say this no more. Man, look, I don't know if all of y'all know, but all my Jack State family know. Look, I have one daughter. Well, I have a daughter. My daughter is in her senior year in high school right now. She's actually dual enrolled, so she'll actually be graduating from junior college as well. But man, my daughter is going to Southern University. Breaks my heart, but I'm happy for her. And she's going to political science. So Southern has a great law school, and she made a good decision. And can't wait to actually spend even more time down in Baton Rouge. I'm definitely looking forward to it. So all you Jags down there in Red Stick, man, be good to my baby. But yeah, man, my daughter will be headed to Southern University. My cousin. My cousin was like my brother. His son got a close cousin. Actually, be pitching at Southern this year. They had their first game, I believe, in about 2 weeks. Stephen Tobert Jr. If you guys check him out, he's a pitcher for Southern. He's a freshman from South Haven, Mississippi. It's my little cousin. So my daughter and my cousin are both at Southern University. Can you believe it? At any rate, look, man, this is your boy Zoe Fiddles, man. Thanks for tuning in to Zone Coverage podcast. And like I said, we look for you guys tomorrow night, man. Peace and blessings. We out.